Good morning, students. Mr. Balker here, and I'm going to walk through the grammar lesson real fast to make sure that you guys that can't attend the Zoom meetings can go ahead and get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, pull up our curriculum, make sure we're on 8th grade. This is our class right here. The one that we're doing today is 8.2.2. So I want you to scroll to the bottom down here to where it says grammar. And then we're doing subunit 2, expanding the complete sentence. We're doing lesson 2, modifying the predicate. Predicate, remember, is the what happens in the sentence, okay? It's a verb and something takes place, right? He runs, she falls, he trips, whatever. The tripping, the falling, the running, those are the things that get done. Adverbs give us additional information about how those things are done. He runs quickly. She falls flat. He trips, I don't know, chaotically. Generally, an adverb ends in ly, and you can identify it in that fashion. And again, an adverb tells us how the thing happens. So in this first sentence here, we've got Sherlock Holmes studies his clues intently. How does he study? He studies intently. Okay, that's an adverb. He closely, another adverb, observes what people say and do, and carefully solves even the toughest cases. Notice how much additional information we get by knowing how a thing is done. So our first question here, which word describes how Holmes solves cases? So all you do is you look and you find out where he solves a case and carefully solves. Okay, so solves is right here. How does he solve? Right next to it is the word carefully. He solves them carefully. Your correct answer is B. Hit save and continue. One Monday, all school classes were suspended indefinitely. Which word describes how long the classes were suspended? So here's the word suspended. And so how long did it take place? It says right here indefinitely. It doesn't say on Monday. That's just when it took place. How long was it going to go is indefinitely. A is your correct answer. Third one. John finished reading the book quickly because the story was extremely interesting. Okay, the story was interesting. And how interesting was it? Extremely. C is your correct answer. I'm going to let you guys do 4 and 5 on your own, and I'm going to go to the third slide. Adverb phrases. An adverb phrase is a phrase that will contain usually an adverb and also has additional words in it to link them to it, okay? So here's our first example. I don't sit with her at lunch, and I could tell she was angry and hurt with me by the way she avoided looking at me. She raised her hand to speak. Why did she raise her hand? She raised her hand to speak. Slowly and cautiously, I picked up the spicy eggplant with my chopstick. Okay, the question they're asking us here is what modifies, what describes how I picked it up? So I picked up the spicy eggplant. That's what I picked up. How did I pick it up? Well, I definitely picked it up with my chopstick. And I also picked it up slowly and cautiously. A and C are both your correct answers there. Again, look how much more information we have. If you just said, I picked up the eggplant, I wouldn't know very much, right? But if I said slowly and cautiously, I picked up the spicy eggplant with my chopstick, I have a whole image in my head now, right? I can see the person with the chopsticks, carefully grabbing it. That's why we like adverbs. They give us so much more precision. As if in a trance, MC gazed out over the rolling hills. He sensed Sarah moving through undergrowth up the mountainside. He gazed. Okay, so right here is the word gazed. How did he gaze? Well, he gazed as if in a trance, right? So very much like focused. And he also gazed over the rolling hills. That's where he gazed. Both of these things describe him looking. Through the undergrowth, no, that's Sarah moving, right? Sarah moved through the undergrowth. A and B are your correct answers. I will let you do 4 and 5 on your own. Okay, prepositional and participial adverbs. I want to go through these real quickly. So I'm going to read what they've told us. A prepositional phrase can function as an adverb to modify an action. Prepositional phrases are often used to add more details. The example they give us here is after the thunderstorm, a double rainbow appeared in the sky. After the thunderstorm is a prepositional phrase. Right here it says after. That is a preposition and it leads us to something else. After the thunderstorm, this tells us when this took place. In the sky, in is yet another preposition and it tells us where it took place. Again, if we had the sentence, a double rainbow appeared, that's a fine sentence. Does it give us very much information? Not really. Does the sentence after the thunderstorm, a double rainbow appeared in the sky, give us a whole lot more information? Certainly. And that's why it's so much better. Again, prepositional phrases are going to contain after, to, with, in, about, etc. A participial phrase can function as an adverb phrase to modify an action. Participial phrases are often used to add more detail about the simple predicate. A participial phrase does not use a preposition though. Okay, it uses a participle. Leaving is the one here. Okay, the blizzard swept through town, leaving huge piles of snow. We know that the blizzard went through town. We know that. And let's talk about it sweeping through the town. What did it do? Well, it left huge piles of snow, right? The next example they give us here. The teacher quickly gave the class an extension, sensing their anxiety. So the teacher gave, that's what happened in the sentence. And how did the teacher do it? Well, the teacher sensed the student's anxiety. That modifies gave. It tells us why. Okay, let's go to the actual question now. First question we've got, she jumped into air, jerked at the rope's end, and dangled and spun. Pity, touch Minerva. The question is, where did the underlying action take place? She jumped. Where did she jump? Into air. Into is our preposition. All of us were listening during sharing time. When did we listen? When did it take place? During sharing time. All of the above. During, again, is our preposition. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, the question they're asking here is about the underlying phrase, are endowed. Are endowed means they're given, okay? It is a part of them that has been added. So, what are they given? Well, they are given by their Creator. That says who did the giving, okay? And then C, what are they given? Certain unalienable rights. Rights that cannot be taken away, rights that are intrinsic, that are part of them. B and C describe what they are endowed with and by whom. Okay, I'm gonna let you do 4 and 5 on your own, and I'm gonna move along to 5, adverb clauses. An adverb clause is dependent, meaning it has to answer a question in the same way that the other things did. How, when, with whom, where, why, how often, all that type of stuff, okay? So this very first one, the gait of my friend was unsteady, and the bells upon his cap jingled as he strode. We're describing something here. We need a verb. So the gait of my friend was unsteady. It's just was unsteady. We don't have anything there, so that can't be that verb. We got to look for our next verb. And the bells upon his cap jingled. Bells jingled. Okay, so they made noise. Do we have anything that describes how or why or when they jingled? Well, yeah, they jingled as he strode. As he was striding along, walking, his cap jingled. This explains how they jingled or why they jingled. Next one. I was skillful in the Italian vintages myself and bought largely whenever I could. The question they're asking us is, whenever I could answers what question? Is it how I bought? Is it how often I bought? Or is it where I bought? And in this case, It's how often. B is your correct answer. Let's go to the third one. I must not only punish, but punish with impunity. A wrong is unredressed when retribution overtakes its redresser. The question they're asking here is, what marker begins the adverb clause? Again, the marker is the thing that makes it dependent upon something else. And in this case, a wrong is unredressed at what time? When retribution overtakes its redresser. When tells us the timing of that taking place. That's it. I'll let you guys do 4 and 5 on your own. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it from here. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you for the next class.